Here we go. For those of you who don't know, this map is cube control by Xuma, I believe. And it's a bedwars type map with these cubes that teams can bridge to with the blocks from the spawners where they spawn. And yeah. Okay, it looks like Team 7 is gonna go for this kind of bed strat. Looks like he teleported through the obsidian, which is illegal in the rule set because it is an unbreakable block. So we'll see what they end up doing with that. Looks like they've put some prep into this. Mango already bridging for the skeletons. So each of these cubes have like drops that mobs can use, that you can use from mobs to trade with these villagers. And you can upgrade your armor, your swords, get some pretty powerful items if you decide to invest in it. So this cow spawner is pretty important because of the food that it gives. The stone and the wood spawners are also important for stronger blocks. Let's see where Team 2 moved their bed. Okay, it's in this chicken area. So we don't see an early push towards the center, which is what we see a lot of teams doing last tournament when this map was played. We have these gas ball spawners, which are pretty good for delaying early pushes and destroying bridges. And you can use them to try and take out the enemy bed if they don't cover it early. But both teams look like they're kind of investing in like an early for a late game strat, trying to get these cubes. So let's see how that plays out. So this is how they're doing it. They're clipping through this obsidian. And I think they're going to use the boat to get back out. A very interesting strat. So we have Poke going to the cobble area. We have a police officer outside. And it looks like they're going to begin farming for these items. Now on Team 7 side, it looks like they've only made their way to 2 of these cubes, prioritizing wood. Wood is a really good early block to like block off where your bed would be. And it also gives you a ton of blocks just because it's in a log form. We see the imposter falling to his death, trying to bridge with no mobs around. It's an interesting strat. And we see Team 2 setting up their little network of bridges. They're not lighting up too much on these bridges, which might cause issues when it goes back to night later. But we shall see. Looks like Ben and Swirlin are making a fast push towards the center. Team 2 have nobody watching right now. They might make a quick push for the bed. Let's see if they go over this or decide to just go and try and PvP. Bunnies is out with a full set of leather. Ben lost a ton of blocks on that. I don't think they noticed Swirlin in here, so if he has a pick, which he doesn't, but he can probably craft one, he can take out this wood spawner, which will be really good. think the main purpose of this early bridge from Ben, deciding not to go on top but to go below and fight, is to get more information about where the bed could be. He already knows that it's not in this starting area, so he kind of has narrowed down the kind of options for them to look. Swirlin is breaking this by hand, even though he has enough wood to make a pick. Let's see the counter push by Team 2 as they're trying to use the already established bed that the already established bridge that Ben made. Let's see what they do with this early push. We have Mango below. No, that's not Mango. It's Poke below. And we see Mourner going for this cobble spawner, which is pretty big. That is not Poke in there. Grenadine. So let's see if Mourner's able to get this wood one too. He is. So he gets both of the main other block spawners other than the glowstone for on Team 7 side. And he's still alive. Oh. His wings didn't save him. So that was actually a pretty good push using this bridge that Ben made, and getting both of the main resource spawners. Looks like Kish and Swirlin are gonna make a push now to the other side. Team 2 has had quite a bit of free time to start racking up some of these items. See boats already made for some reason. I mean, looks like Team 7's push was easily stopped there. I wonder what Team 7's plan is, just running in like this with blocks, no swords, maybe just to gain more information, and they're having Grenadine be the main resource person. They're probably going to start harvesting these logs from the side. So they did make this like fake bed set up. The enemy team will most likely try and break this, and it kind of buys them more time. Let's see if Kish has a weapon. No weapon. It seems like ooh, nice punch by Swirlin. Mango has a bow, which is pretty big, especially with the low resources that Team 7 has. Bows are going to come in pretty clutch. No, Linster. What Team C was doing was they were clipping in through this this bedrock to come in here. Ben's team went through this obsidian, which is legal. Yeah, the rule set only states you're not able to go through unbreakable blocks. So what Team 2 is going to have to realize is that They're gonna need to block off this and then break through one of the obsidians in order to get to the bed. Looks like we got some fireballs being shot by Mango. Grenadine still farming up some supplies. Still running with no swords or any weapons from Team 7. Kish taking out Mango there. And Ben in here, maybe he didn't realize that Swirlin had already taken out that spawner. I'm seeing the big difference that swords make in this. Still farming up over there on Team 2 side. Yeah, it doesn't look like Team 7 has really made that much progress in terms of advancing towards the villager trades. Mango was able to light both the main cube and then the wood cube on fire, causing some of that water to flow out. So 2 members of Team 2 on the main cube. I think they both do have swords. So unless they get knocked out of the world, they should be fine in these fights. I don't think Team 7 has any. They have a few swords ready to go, but not enough to where if they die a few times, they'll be able to continue sustaining that. Bunnies and Ben fighting. Ben winning over there. We have fights going on both sides. Mourner trying to stay alive there. Take a look at Ben. Ben is at Blaze right now. Bunny sees him. And he falls out of the world. Let's get back to the action over here. Kish was able to kill Mourner there. He did destroy a couple of these spawners. Maybe 1? Or, no, 4. But something that can really mess this up is if a mob, if they die and then this creeper blows up the bed, which will be hilarious if that happens. Let's see if Kish, or maybe they auto spawn up there. Like Mango shooting more fireballs, or bunnies there. So it's still pretty even right now. Team 2 has a little bit of a resource advantage, but they're getting knocked out of the world a lot. Bunny's on fireball duty. Ben using his bedwars strats. Ooh, Swirlin's knockback is insane on this. Alright, looks like Grenadine's still farming here. I think she's continually bringing back They have extra boats set up in case they need to get back down there. And they can actually make a ton of swords. Oof. Bye. So both teams still with their beds alive, still all 4 players. This might... I think they might be still spawning up here. But yeah, if this gets moved out of place, I think it can cause some issues. Team 2 doing a really good job at maintaining the high ground here. It's pretty nice because you have access to these spawners and you can start taking them out. The other team's bed, Jopli, is in the chicken area. Right here. Yeah, taking out the wool spawners and the other block spawners is a good way to choke your enemy out. So Bunny's up here. I think he's trying to scout for the bed. He probably knows that they don't have it like right here, because that's a pretty miserable defense. But he should be able to figure out once he gets a kill and he like sees them spawning. Okay, so since it's night now, we're kind of gonna get to see the mobs in play. Team 2 has left their bed unguarded, so they're gonna have to start searching for it in here. We know it's under here, but let's see how many blocks it takes for them to find out. Swirling gets the bed. Tosses it out. Okay, so team 2 has no bed anymore. I don't know what Bonnie's is doing over there, but let's watch this as Mango might be taken out here. Nope. Okay, so I don't think you can actually block off the bed from that's under here at all. From above. There goes Mourner and Bunny is eliminated. Let me mute them real quick. So we have Poke and Mango fending for their lives with no respawn. Emeralds are used for trades with the villagers. Yeah, you probably need to trade for the efficiency pick. Actually pretty surprised the mob didn't jump in that boat. Grenadine still over there farming. Kish trying to get enough blocks. Ton of mobs here. Looks like the mob stopped spawning down there. Goodbye. And so it looks like they're gonna make a big push now. Really difficult in their situation to win. Let's see how many blocks they have. They have a good amount of blocks. 33 arrows. Pretty decent against the unarmored team, but the numbers advantage might become an issue. Ghibli, do you know how to start a prediction for next game? There goes Mango. She actually does have a ton of emeralds. Yeah, I tried to start it and it was still showing the one from last game. If you do slash prediction, it'll like pop up. I don't know how you edit it or create a new one. And that's it. Team 7 wins. Isn't that one already ended? Let me unmute. Vanilla pre 1.9 speedrunning. So the next match is Twin Peaks. So we'll get started with that shortly. Oh, thanks, Ghibli. Ben's team won. Oops, game of 3. Ooh, nice win by Warner and his nice wings. So team 2, good side selection. What is Ben doing? So we're gonna get started pretty soon once players join the teams. It's Twin Peaks. It's a newer map by Subatomic Panda. Won the new map competition recently. And it's a standard race pool map with 3 pools. So I can just give a quick overview. We have an initial resource area below spawn. This is the first wool dungeon right here. It's primarily PvE. It winds on itself. There's the wool box. I have a secondary resource area down here with 4 iron blocks, I believe, and some diamonds and enchanting. This is the second wool area. It's a water mixed with PvE. The wool box at the end. There are some depth strider boots that are pretty good for that wool. And then we have this resource area. I guess we can call it third resources with 2 iron blocks, some potions. I have a really nice chest with the efficiency 10 pick, which is pretty good for tunneling through this area. Then we have a final resource area with a diamond block behind, some TNT supplies in this house, and we have third wool, which is this avoid PvE wool. So we'll be getting started soon as both players, all players on both teams join the correct teams. Alright, just waiting on one player from each team. Then we should be good to go. Right, here we go. Game 2 of the best of 3. Team 7 is currently up 1-0. And if Team 2 wins this match, then we will get a tiebreaker on Divided Together. So let's see how many people rush down lane for both teams. Getting to the cannon supplies is pretty important. I believe it's one of the only cannon supplies on the map. So we'll see Ben and we'll see Mourner going down. And we'll check back later on what they do down lane. On Team 7 side, we have all 3 members in this beginning area trying to stop Mango. And I don't see anybody in that resource area yet. So it looks like since Mourner did stop, Ben was able to get to these TNT supplies first. Let's see what he has on him. He has a bucket, and he's probably going to build a cannon here. Let's see if Mourner is able to get to the chest before Ben fires his cannon. Yep, he got it on. He got the bed before Ben was able to set this off. Cool. So we have Swirlin and Poke over here. Let's see what Bunnies is doing. So he picked up Sulfur. He's going for this resources area down here. There's a few more mobs to clear. And I think Kish and Mango are in this beginning area. Yeah. So we have 2 at the beginning for both teams. We have Bunnies in second resources, and then Ben and Swirlin at the end of the map, and Mourner and Poke at the end. So let's see where Ben is going next. Looks like he might go for these blocks over here and start smelting some iron. Bunnies is still clearing that second resource area. It looks like Grenadine is trying to figure out if somebody's down there or not. Let's see what kind of supplies and armor Mango has at this point. Okay, she has efficiency, pick, and then some leather armor. I don't know if Kish was starting to go into this area, but he just was taken out. So for this resource area, Grenadine has to deal with all these mobs. Bunnies already has it clear and has the armor out. We see Swirlin was taken out by Mourner. So they're going to have a player advantage down here at the end. It'll be interesting to see if Team 2 decides to go for this, go for these resources down here, as Ben is already doing it. So Swirling over here helping out, trying to get back to where he died and get his stuff. See, Kish is still by the entrance of first resources. Mango has made some pretty good progress, but we have a lot of mobs in this area for both teams. Let's see what Bunnies is gonna do with that armor. So we got the diamond or two. So he's gonna have some pretty good armor, either running first or second, whatever he decides to do on that side. Unless he decides to swing it all the way down here. Cool, it looks like we have a Mourner here setting up a cannon. Ben is slightly smelting iron, so he won't lose too much if this hits him. Poke and Swirlin are at the top there, fighting. Let's watch this cannon go off. It's a little too high. It kind of affects Ben's. Oh no. I think his ladder blew up. Let's do this cannon again. It's a little bit better. The angle is a little hard for where Ben is at. There isn't too much TNT on this map, so he probably wants to conserve what he has left. But yeah, he's probably better waiting for Ben to go for those ore blocks. Let's see where Bunnies is. So it looked like he was entering second wool, but he forgot about the boots. So getting those is going to help him almost run through that without a problem. Did Kish give up over here? Oh, it looks like Mourner was taken about by Ben. Down here at the end. Let's see where his stuff is, right here. So it looked like he was loading the cannon, or trying to. Ben might be able to take out his stuff with the TNT that he has. And we have Swirling coming down to help. Looks like Kish is still at this beginning area. Where's Grenadine? Grenadine's doing this resource area also. And Bunnies is almost all the way through with this water wool. He is poisoned, which might cause some issues. Turn that a little down. Yeah, but after he gets around this corner, it should be pretty easy to do this uphill part. Warner is able to get back to his stuff, which is super nice because he still has access to that TNT now. Looks like Ben elected to not cannon it, and instead, let's see where he's going. He looks to be starting third. Let's see what route he takes here. So if he has a lot of blocks, somewhat, he might be looking to bridge for most of this. It'll be pretty good if he's able to do it with no pressure. So I think that's why he's electing to do that, because Team 2 is preoccupied with swirling right now. And they only have one person actually down the lane fully. Bunnies is around this last corner. He should be good pretty soon. Looks like no progress on first from either team. Let's look at the resource area. Mango looks to have fully cleared that out. Let's see where she's at. Yeah, she's enchanted armor over here. So Ben, before starting to run that, slept because it's just hit night, which is pretty nice. He won't have to run all the way across the map when he dies. I don't think either team has gotten this efficiency pick, however. There's a lot of mobs in this area. So it looks like Poke and Swirling up here. Bunny's just got the second wool, so it's one wool for Team 2. Should be able to run out pretty easily. The only difficult part is this vertical. But you can dig through it, and if you have enough blocks, you can just pillar. Looks like Mango's starting first for Team 2. She's doing it in pretty decent armor. Doesn't look like Kish has gear to do it. Maybe they're waiting on Grenadine to finish this resource area. Where is she? Okay, she's back up here. Okay, she got most of the resources already. Looks like Ben is not electing to tunnel it. He's just making some fast progress. He got really good mob spawns. They're like there are like 2 mobs on their side compared to like the 30 on the other side. It looks like Swirlin and Ben got taken out there. Luckily they both have a bed. Ben should be able to get back to stuff, as long as this skeleton doesn't shoot him too many times. And I don't think Team 2 has noticed this yet, this run. Even though they have 2 people over there. So Ben now is starting to get some spawns. We'll probably see Bunnies after he gets out. Try and move down to third if they have Mango doing first. He's collecting blocks right now. Let's see what kind of progress Mango's making. pretty decent on her side. She has to go up, around the back, and then come in front a few times. But she's making good progress. Let's see what Ben's doing. Looks like he's starting to light up and start making his way a little bit slower than prior. With the mobs that have been piling up because he was delayed at that part, it's gonna cause him to stay there a little longer. We have Mourner just figuring out that he's trying to run that wool, so it looks like a poke's gonna go down to get a better angle. As Mango is helping with the positioning from the enemy team. Kish is kind of matching her in that area, but I don't believe he's running that wool yet. Poke fell out of the world, so that's gonna be one less player over here. Let's see if he does have a bed over here, which is pretty nice, but he did lose his stuff. It's gonna take him a little while to get back into position for that. We got Ben still making a little bit of progress. These skeletons down here are giving him some trouble. You can always elect to go up, which might be a little safer and out of range of those skeletons. Back over here, Mango is at the second to last vertical. So she's making some good progress. Grenadine is doing first, with Kish covering. So they're splitting 2 people at the beginning and then 2 people at the end. I believe Bunnies is down the map for team 2. So let's see, Ben did make his way up. He has this nice section where he can kind of bridge safely as long as he's not shot. And the only good angles are from like right here. He does have to come down a little bit as he's nearing the beginning, or the end, but he should be fine as long as nobody's able to get into like a position over here. We see Kish dying a couple more times, and looks like Mourner's trying to make his way down to contest Ben. Bunnies is just getting started. Let's see how many blocks he has. He has a lot of blocks for this, so he should be good. Now the only thing is, will Swirlin be able to pressure him? Where's Swirlin? Up here. Yeah, so it looks like he's going for this efficiency pick. He'll be able to dig into this area pretty easily and grab angles to be able to cover. So the current wool count is Mango's about to, she has to do this one last vertical for first. For team 7, they just started. They have Grenadine running it. Team 2 has second wool. Team 7 hasn't run it at all. And both teams are making progress towards third wool. Ben on team is 7 has made a lot more progress, while Bunnies has just started. Yeah, it might be, as long as Bunnies doesn't make any like crazy mistakes. They should be good. Looks like Mourner has gotten this super good pick. Ben will have a pretty good angle. Oh my god, he used this. He's gonna have a pretty good angle. He died. I'm getting to this wool box, but as long as you don't die here. It's actually gonna be pretty hard for him to get back to his stuff. This area is pretty decent, but then he has to dig through all the cobble that he placed prior. And the nice thing about this spot right here is that you also can get shots on second as they're entering this lower area. Mango asking for help. She's in the first vertical, or in the last vertical. I don't know why I keep saying first. But yeah, she should be able to get it. There's no real rush on her running this because she's gonna have to stay in this area to try and stop Team 7 from getting first. And they're still waiting on third. Ben voided again. Bunnies has decided to drop down. I don't know how easily it would have been for him to try and get a lower bridge with the amount of blocks that he has. But he should be able to clear out these mobs and then make a safe way across these little areas. Swirling taken out, which is pretty big. He was the only one applying pressure to bunnies. So he should have a few moments where he's free to just run. Let's see what Ben's doing now. Yeah, Ben lost all his stuff. Did he get the he didn't get the resources at the end. Neither team have. So he has that option. If he wants to re-gear and go down there. Yeah, so these magma cubes and that blaze spawner might cause her a little bit of issues, just because it's so it's one wide, and she's being shot. Let's see what progress Grenadine's making. Okay, she's still at this first area, but it's also pretty hard because Mango can shoot at her from this this angle, and she does have a water bucket, so hopefully that'll be used to get rid of some of that lava that she might die from. So Bunnies is nearing the part where it becomes easier for him. Almost up to the part where Ben was at before he died. Ben is trying to get back to his stuff. Or not his stuff, but his last progress that he made because he voided. But let's see. Let's see if he's able to do that. The only one that can potentially contest him is Mourner. And it looks like he's watching for that. Let's see where Swirling went. He's still in this area. He just is unable to get back to his spot over here. He'll be able to contest Mourner, but not Bunnies at all. Let's see where Ben is. Ben is still here trying to buy a window for him to run. Let's see, he's able to make it to like his kind of safe spot. Does have a pick, has a few blocks. Should be able to get all the way back here. Then he's almost near the wool box. And Bunnies is almost at the same part. He just needs some cover right now. Looks like Mango has Cyan. So she's in the wool box. Can pass it around pretty easily and has a good angle for the wool runner. And I don't think she's under any pressure from Kish because he doesn't have TNT. Ben has third, so we have Team 7 with 2 wools, or 1 wool, and Team 2 with 2, and then almost this third wool. Bunnies with a nice use of water to get to the wool box, and now Team 2 has all 3. So they just need to get the wools out. So let's see if they utilize this pass around over here. I don't think you can do it behind the back. And then it's very difficult above. But yeah, team 2, I thought they were, or team 7, I thought they were going to send Kish to run second because they haven't even started that well, but looks like they're sending him to try and deny the pass around out of third. I'm not too sure if Bunnies knows about the pass around. But he just checked in the back of the lane for it. I think he's going to try and run out. I think Ben might do the same thing also. 14 black wool. So Mango is on our way out. Currently fighting with Gren, and then Kish is back to shoot. There's no pass round done from what it looks like in the front of the lane. And none in the back of the lane. Yeah, and she has a lot of it on her. Swirlin taking out, which is really good for her. Ooh, that was very close by Bunnies. It's really good for Bunnies. It gives them a window with no pressure to run, especially since Kish ran back. And Ben is on his way out. Okay, Bunnies is most of this way pretty safe and lit up. This last vertical might be a little bit difficult, but he should be good. One thing to note is that I believe there still is TNT. Ben fell out of the world, but that may have been done on purpose because he dropped the black wool somewhere. Unsure. Yeah, now he's going to be shot from all sides. So he must have the wool somewhere on one of these platforms. He has the backup placed, but I'm not seeing it in entity form. Let's see if he's able to get back. He's in a cobweb and he dies. Kish just straight up ran lime. He used the Depth Shatter boots. So they actually have 2 wools now on Team 7 side. So Mango out fully. Yeah, Mango is fully out, and she's at the end of the map actually. Bunnies is pillaring out. Swerlin's trying to get an angle on him. Do they still have the... They still have the TNT supplies. This vertical is a nice area for a cannon. Unsure as to why they haven't set one up. And without the trees here or any other blocks for protection, they're just gonna get bowed down. So let's see where Bunnies is. It's at the top here. What wools does he have on him? He's black. Let me see Grenadine taken out in first. Yeah, so she was at this downward portion. There were a lot of mobs piling up at the drop. So team 2 making their victory run right now. I think Bunnies is looking for the other tool. He has lime. So all he needs to do is place it on all 3, and then we're gonna go to tiebreaker. So we have all of team 7 trying to come back and stop this run, but this VM is pretty well able to be like tunneled and blocked up. So there shouldn't be too much of an issue of Bunnies getting that last wall on top, as long as he knows where it is. and Mango has to communicate via text where it is, so it should be pretty entertaining. I think Bunnies finally got Cyan from inside of the wool. He should be on pretty, or he's on half health. But he has time. Yeah, interesting team PvP. Alright, so it looks like this will be going to Divided Together. GG's. Hey Ghibli, are you still around for the prediction for the last match? Alright, we'll give teams a second to look over this. I guess I'll build a sumo platform. Alrighty. Well, this is probably a map that both teams haven't really stratted, so probably gonna be just using their past experience on this map and trying to come up with the best, like the easiest thing to communicate to the players that haven't played it. Guess I'll do predictions. I have to choose the outcome. Okay, I'm about to start prediction. Alright, here we go with the sumo. Alright, and so let's see him get side selection. Okay, this map is pretty simple. There are 3 wolves, one is a parkour, one is a little more parkour, and this last one is like a bridging wall. There's a lot of PvP in it, and there aren't that many craftable blocks. All right, here we go. So I see both teams going for the early chest with the bows. We have 2 members from each team going down lane. Team 7 is elected to bring an extra person, while Bunnies is already starting the parkour. So Team 7 has 3 people down lane already. We have Warner taken out. Bunny making really good progress towards most of this. He has both of the, doesn't have the second switch activated, but he already has the wool, so he's able to do that parkour pretty fast. Can actually use that wool as backup blocks. But Team 7 has really good control of this further down area, which can be locked down pretty well because of the bridging mechanism. See Mango being taken out. Neither team starting the fire parkour wall. Looks like Grenadine is heading that area, and then we had Mourner who's taken out. So it looks like Team 7 has really good control of this area. They have all 3 members, and they have Grenadine running the second wall under no pressure. Where's Bunnies? Bunnies is at the beginning here. These shots are really hard because they're pretty far, especially when they get closer to the top, so you're kind of like banking on them, banking on you getting a really lucky shot, or them just falling into the lava. And it looks like Mourner was able to do that pretty easily on Team 2 side. We have Ben at the last section of that third wall. So Team 2 is up 2 walls to nothing already. And we're like only 2 minutes into this match. They will have to deal with the constant TNT falling, but with Swirlin getting taken out there, and Kish pretty far back, they might be able to make some progress here. So if Ben wanted to try and prevent this, or try and blow this bridge up, he would have to run all the way back and lose some of the pressure he had down at the end. I see the TNT used again, and we have 3 players from Team 7 down that side of the map. See, was that Mango? Oh no, that was Mourner taken out. So it looks like Team 7 has some pretty good control of this third area. We'll just see how long they're able to lock it down. I think they only have 1 TNT left for that first one, so they won't be able to delay that for that long. Ben has the cyan and he's running out. We have Grenadine. Where'd you go? Taken out again, running back. Looks like Team 2 won a pretty good battle right there, killing 3 of the members of Team 7 and starting to establish a bit of a lead. They've opted to wear more armor, which will allow them to tank more shots, whereas Team 7's kind of going armorless with most of their players. So Team 2 is up 2 wolves to 1 at this point. Ben with a really good kill on Mango, who's trying to start this first bridge. We have Kish moving down the lane. Swirlin staying a little further back. They are out of this TNT now, so they won't be able to blow up this bridge anymore. They do have a lot of this one still, so with the progress that they've already made, they should be able to move down and continue to build those bridges without them being blown up. But it looks like Team 2 did that back to Team 7, so they're gonna have to re-bridge or place some blocks if they want to use the progress that they've made. We have Ben trying to do this parkour. Let's see if he's able to make this last jump. He is. And so he has all the fire suits in his inventory and he's running back. And he's able to make it. So Team 7 just needs first wall and Team 2 just needs third. Ben taken out with all the fire suits on his body. Taken out again. They should be able to secure it pretty soon though. They're gonna have to do this parkour next. See the progress on third. We have nobody. Wait, what? Team 7 actually had first. Well, that's a GG. Team 7 wins. I didn't even catch them running that. It was probably like Uplum, what he spent most of the round. Yeah, we could do a public Kish, I mean. We can do a public interview. Let me see it. Very close match. Yeah, let's go to spectators. Hey.
Are you streaming right now, DJ?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Oh, is this the post-match interview?
This is the quote-unquote post-match interview.
I didn't realize. Okay.
Let it loose. Let it loose, bunnies. Go ahead.
What? It was a wonderful game.
Just message me what you want to say, and I'll say it on the stream. I don't care. I got you, bud.
No, I want to say it. I just don't want it to be recorded.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll say it and say I thought of it myself.
Yo, Kish.
Yo.
Kish, were you playing a league game that entire time?
Maybe.
Kish is Smartphone League.
Right.
As I lost the air match.
We saw. You were playing Quinn though. Nice try.
I was. It was close. I almost won. I went 10 and 15.
Oh.
I saw.
I'll only do this for a couple of minutes, bunnies. Then you can air out your
Negative. Let's go.
your sentiment.
Came back negative.
Oh,
Actually,
that's
no.
so fun.
It comes back. we do not recommend further diagnostic testing. They don't. It just says that they don't think you have COVID. You don't have to do like a stronger test, is what they say.
Nice.
That's how it doesn't make
Yeah,
any
they
sense.
never say that definitively you don't, because they can't say that.
Yeah,
Yo, the
they
second
you
wall
don't.
on Twin Peaks is really easy. I've never looked at it before, and I just put on the Death Strider boots and got it without being touched. So
Yep.
it was weird.
I was actually surprised you got it. Good job.
I slowed down a lot at the sections next to the void because I didn't want to get voided by something around the corner. But
I just swam, man.
I was really tempted to try just running through third, like the Zach video.
Yeah.
But,
I think Ben tried that because he died like 20 times doing that wall when there was nobody there shooting.
True, true, that was true.
No,
That's
Swirl,
very
man.
unfair.
Swirl's weak.
Swirl, you play great.
Thanks, I think I did play great. I almost killed bunnies in third, honestly.
Swirling my brother.
Yeah, what's up, man?
wait,
I feel about Donda.
Buddies, how close were you to dying, man? I was so mad.
wait, like health wise or like?
No. I
'Cause,
like,
oh,
I
I
swear I
really-
almost shot you in the void.
Oh, you did multiple times. I just had water.
I don't
Dude,
know.
and I like,
Like
man,
I was like at least a block of like above the
yeah, I was
void.
like, this is close.
At one point, it was just
Oh, is there some racing?
The-
that just
I
happened?
didn't catch my doors.
This is a big chant.
It is.
I made music.
Oh yeah, I caught the
Can I just
doors.
say that the MVP of that Twin Peaks game for me was that 2x2 tree I grew.
I saw you collecting all the wood.
Wait, you drew
Do
that?
guys
I kept
actually
seeing
play
that in the
Twin Peaks
stream.
today.
Oh yeah, I grew that and then mined it all and used
For
like 5
blocks?
stacks of blocks in
That's actually
third.
so smart. Yeah.
I saw
He's
you
like,
mining
I
up
was like,
the
oh, I'll
tree.
just get wood if I need blocks for third, but there's no fucking wood down lane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Kitch saw me and started shooting at me, so I bailed halfway through, ran second, and then I'm like, haha, no one can see me mine the rest of the tree now.
I don't think anybody had to be worried about my shots for the first 20 minutes because I was literally shooting twice and then going AFK again.
Playing League of Legends.
No.
No.
So you're gonna play Valorant?
Did you guys do anything else with the puzzle?
We didn't. We
No.
stopped and went.
Ooh.
We are still very
In-house time.
associated in,
In-house Valorant gaming.
GG boys.
Oh.
GG's.
I'm just a casual mixer.
Okay, I'm gonna stop stream.